now it's time for me to introduce the coaches and allow them to come speak to you. Then after that, we're going to have a Q&A where you get the opportunity to ask your questions of the coaches. So this is going to be the 10th matchup between the Benedict College Tigers and Johnson C. Smith Golden Bulls. And so Coach Maurice Flowers, no stranger. Come on up, sir.
Yes, sir. Hi there. Am I sitting or am I standing? Okay. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Maurice Flowers, head football coach at JCSU. I'm a Charlottean, a native Charlottean. Went to high school in Charlotte, then to JCSU, my college career, and just glad to do some of the things that we've done together at Johnson C. Smith University in the last 4 years, going into our 5th season. I'm a proud Golden Bull, as much as I am a proud Charlottean. Proud to say also that as a high school head coach, I was the head coach at Chester High School in Chester, South Carolina. This is a very special event, as I've definitely have some ties in the state of South Carolina. You look at our roster, it's full of South Carolina high school football players, and this is a very special event to be in the Battle of the Border Classic. It just seems like it's only natural to do. We're 60 to 75 minutes apart, 2 states that's right there with each other. Great institutions, championship legacy and winning football here at Benedict College. And Johnson C. Smith, we're building a legacy right now of championship football. We're looking forward to coming on the 29th. We're very, very pleased to be the #1 team right now in HBCU Division II football. What we can say is that we know that we have earned it. Nothing was given to us. We took over a program that for 40 years had averaged 2.3 wins a year. And in the last 4 seasons, we've turned that thing around. Didn't come by anything less than nothing but hard work. And we're looking forward to starting the season off in such a big way. In the Battle of the Border Classic against a top program, the #2 team in the same poll. And coming off a 10-3 season, very well coached team, great fan base. As a head coach at Fort Valley State in the SIAC, have seen Benedict College and seen the following that they have. Outstanding band, fans, alumni support. We're looking forward to coming to Columbia on the 29th, because I'm sure we're going to bring some fans too. I'm sure we're going to bring our band too. I'm sure our cheerleaders are coming too. And we're definitely going to bring them doggone Golden Bulls. So I'm looking forward to, I'll answer any questions that might come my way. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach. Give Coach Flowers a hand. And as he said, Benedict finished last season 10-2. 10-3. And of course, that birthed him to the SIAC championship game, and then also to the NCAA playoffs as well. And when the other coach left and this coach came in, folks were wondering. But I think we were left in some good hands with Coach Ron Dickerson Jr. Let's give him over here to tell us a little bit.
Thank you.
Thank you, and welcome everybody. Again, I'm Ron Dickerson Jr., blessed to be the head football coach at Benedict College. I'd like to send a thanks out to, my Lord and Savior first, because that's why I'm here. He woke me up this morning. He got coached down here safely, and so, that's important. Dr. Artis for having the faith to believe in me, Coach Washington, and the alumni. I mean, we've all become a family here. And, I'm really excited about the Battle of the Border because, I've played in and I've coached in some really great HBCU games. I coached when we were at Alabama State in the Turkey Day Classic. I coached in the Magic City Classic. When I was at Jackson State, we went up and we played Tennessee State. So there's been a lot of great classics. But we're about to, the 2 institutions in Johnson C. Smith and Benedict, turn this into probably the best one in HBCU. Because like Coach said, we're 60 miles apart. You have North Carolina versus South Carolina. So it's not just Johnson C. Smith versus Benedict, it's state versus state. It's blood versus blood, it's family versus family. And that's what it really matters is, Before, Coach and I are great friends. We're going to be good friends, at kickoff at 5, but we got jobs to do. And then after that, we're going to be rooting for each other again. And that's what it really comes down to when you talk about this classic. So I'm encouraging everybody to come out because you're going to see great football. As Coach mentioned, they are very good. They have a great team. He has earned it in the rankings that he gives. But as well as Coach knows is that on Saturday 29th, we both got brand new teams.
Yep.
And so the one thing that we both, and I'm speaking for Coach because I know Coach, we're going to put 2 great teams out there, and that's what's the most important thing. And it's going to be exciting. I am blessed to have a great coaching staff. Fall camp has been going really, really well. Coach and I here recently have talked about the time and everything else, and he's having fun in his, but we know we're about 8 days away, and it's for real on August 29th, right here in Columbia, South Carolina. So I'm really excited about it. The thing that we have to do is, first of all, we got to show up, we got to execute, and we got to finish. And if we do that, again, everybody that comes to the game is going to be very excited. And that's all. I'm not one to talk about much. Some people say I'm a preacher, so I'm not going to preach today. Coach didn't wear a suit. I did, so I guess that follows into me being a preacher. But I don't have my tie, my clergy, and all that other stuff. But it's just an honor. Again, we really need to promote this, for who we are as 2 great institutions, who we are as an HBCU, and who we are as where we want to go in the future. A lot of people talk stuff. Well, let's show up. That stadium right there, whether it's Johnson C. Smith and 100% Benedict, needs to be packed. It needs to be packed, and we need to stand on something. And I promise you, you will see a great game out there from 2 great teams. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach. Questions and answers come in as well. Remember, you guys, this isn't Ray J and Orlando Brown. Go praise your guys. Be calm up here. All right. So questions from anyone, and of course the coaches will answer.
All right, thank you.
And this will be the 10th game in the series between Benedict and Johnson C. Smith in football. Have any idea what that record is right now?
Anyone know?
I do not, but just looking, the last time it was played, I think it was on 2019. I think it was 34 Johnson C. Smith, 33 Benedict. I think that was the last one that we looked at. But don't quote me on that. Coach and I are just worried about putting guys out there on the 29th.
For sure. For sure.
Now, you two have known each other for a while. For you, real quick, what's the best thing you've learned from Coach?
Professionalism and organization. Coach very organized, just a professional in everything that he does, on the field, off the field, family man, just a fantastic man and good leader. So, and then also you can see a builder. He took over a program now there's some success here, but it's not a secret. A bunch of players were gone when Coach came in. So, for him to come in and do the things that he's done in his short period of time, that's what I think is the value of a coach. The value of a coach is, you could put a program on cruise control if you got talent every year. The real test of a coach and his staff is, can you develop a program and develop players? And Coach Dickerson definitely is a builder and a developer of players.
Same question you, Coach.
Oh, okay. I have to go back to, again, you watch people so that you can take stuff from them. And, it sounded like, and I'm not saying this in a bad way, but Coach was really talking about himself also. Coach had a series, and it's bigger than brick by brick, but we watched it because, we talk about doing the little things. Coach put it into his own of brick by brick, and that's how he had to do it. As you heard him very successfully, he didn't win the first year. He went through the struggles, but he got young men to believe in something that had never been achieved before, and they kept doing it. And greatness takes time. And that's the one thing that if you really want to study people, you look at where they started and did they stay firm with their foundation. And that's what Coach has done. And that's, the reason why it's an honor to be here, but also just to learn from them. Because, again, my staff will tell you, we watch brick by brick, and we didn't even know we were playing them because it's just about how you can build, and you got to take something from everybody else because, there's really nothing new out there anymore. It's just you have to put it to your own taste, And so I have to go back to, what Coach said is a well-rounded person. When you talk about it, you know, Coach, correct, you're a doctor?
Oh, no. I'm
No,
not a
not
doctor.
yet?
I did that much school.
Oh, okay. But, you know, Coach has done a great job of taking, again, a program and building young men into men, you know. And the good thing about it is, and Coach and I laugh about it, but it's true. You know, we've got into some battles in recruiting, you know, and we've won a couple, and Coach has won a couple. But, you know, that shows that there's two great institutions, and we put the young men in a hard situation of which way you have to choose. But everybody's, you know, sitting up here is a winner, and I think it's because what Coach stands for.
The question I have is, you guys been battling against each other on the field, so you know each other's coaching style and so forth. What have you learned from each other over time?
Well, is to be consistent in your values. That's what Coach says. I'm sorry to sound like it's a repeat of the answer, but that's really what it is. I mean, if you're in the middle of building something and then you have to change in the middle of it, then you really didn't believe in your plan to start with. And that's what I could say. Coach mentioned some recruiting battles. Those are the battles, really. I mean, those are the battles. We lost some good football players, okay, to Coach. And you really, and that's really when a young man and his family, when they're looking at where they're going to spend the next years of their life, that's not a decision that is taken lightly. And so when you lose recruiting battles, you know, you really look at who you lose them to. And I'm glad to say that I'm not losing recruiting battles to coaches that I don't have utmost respect for. And I'm losing to a winner. So I'll take that one.
Again, I get to go second, and he steals my lines. But, you know, here's what I do know, okay? It takes a special person, okay? And we live in this world of cell phones, okay? But you got to understand now, do your history on Coach. Coach don't have $50,000, $1 million. He has young men that came to Johnson C. Smith that believed in him, believed in his philosophy and the way he sold the school. And so again, when you study, you know, people go out and they study the way Martin Luther King worked, and they studied the way that Harriet Tubman did her things. Well, it's the same thing for us. You know, Coach was able to take something from the ground and be successful. You're not smart if you don't study that. And so again, it's just an honor because, you know, I'm not gonna lie, my first year they wanted to play him, I didn't want to play Coach. You know, I didn't because I knew I wasn't gonna be able to, you know, but going through and having the opportunity to study and do the things, you know, that I needed to do, but also take some of the things that Coach instills in his. I mean, Coach won the conference last year. There's some great teams in that conference, great teams. But Coach, you know what he did? And I'm not being cliche, he did it. He did it brick by brick, top. And laying bricks takes time.
Yes.
And you got to have the mortar, and you got to have the patience. And Coach, as he said before, you know, talking on my end, is his consistency. And so, you know, that's what I've learned from Coach is, you know, it takes time. Greatness takes time, and you got to be consistent.
Question? Yes, sir.
Walter Fry with Equal Tides. Y'all talked about the importance of the game, but can you talk about what this means and the legacy of HBCU rivalries? The Bayou Classic, you know, the Magic City Classic, all those. What do you want this game to mean for us going into the future?
You mentioned the Bayou Classic, and Coach has coached in the Magic City Classic. I was a coach at Miles College, and they shut down school for that, for Alabama State, Alabama A&M. And you look at this classic, it fits the same way that those classics do. Okay, it fits the location, two separate states, the recruiting battles, family. I know there's a lot of families on each side of this thing. So when you look at it, this is something that fits the travel. I mean, there's airports, the highways. Well, I ran into some traffic on the way up now, but that's down by Chester. Okay, but it just really fits for both teams, both states. And if you look at, we're two of the larger cities in our states. So, I mean, there's no way that this can't be built into one of the bigger classics that there is, period.
I second that.
Question? Yes.
Yeah, coaches, Matt Holland, Alumni Chapter here in Columbia. One of the things that we hear and see a lot about is how the environment has changed for HBCUs, and also our alumni and so forth are very supportive and so forth. How do you see your communities coming in to actually help build up what has been built by two great programs here at Benedict and at Johnson C. Smith? How do you see your communities helping and making sure that continues?
Go ahead, Coach. You want to take that?
Well, you know, if you've driven up here, it's not South Carolina or anything else. It's our home, though, okay? And one of the things I did when I first got here, I'm a walker. I walk about 8 miles a day. I got out, put my Benedict football stuff on. I walk the campus, I walk around. And now it's to the point where people honk and they're like, hey, coach, how you doing? And I get nervous because I'm like, man, how do they know who I am? and you know, and I mean, it's obvious I'm bald headed and my head shines when I'm walking. But if I want the community, they got to see that I'm part of the community. And so we're out. You know, 2 weeks ago, we were out in the community giving away bags and hanging out. We go to the schools around here. You know, our guys walk to and from. We say hi. There's people that drive by and they're honking their horn saying hi. That's how you give back to the community. The problem is that them same people, I hope they're coming to our game on the 29th and the rest of the season, not just homecoming. That's the problem. And I can say some good things because I've been at different HBCUs, and now technically I'm a graduate of an HBCU. I can talk like an HBCUan now, okay? We do a lot of talking, and we only show up on homecoming. Okay? No, don't tell me nothing. Come to every game because it's Benedict. It's Johnson C. Smith. So the community also has to come. Don't just, let's go back to how we were raised and have real family reunions every game. Every game. Put the grills out there, come and watch it. Don't just go when you see Florida playing Georgia, oh, I'm gonna go over there. Come here. Also, if you're a proud alumnus or it's your community. And I think, you know, I can't speak much on Coach because I didn't look that much into his social media, but here at Benedict, we are in the community. I mean, we try to do as much as possible so that they know, because it's bigger than football at the end of the day. And somebody such as yourself, even though you're a Johnson C. Smith alumnus, you see a Benedict young man and he's in your field and you say, boy, that young man's first class, you may give him an interview or an internship. And so again, it's tit for tat, but we got to get more back in here and not just at homecoming.
What I'll say is, about Johnson C. Smith University is we're located in what they call uptown Charlotte. They don't call it downtown, it's uptown. And so our stadium, we call it the best view in D2. You can see the skyline from our stadium. And so we feel like we're a part of just, hey, Charlotte's one of the major banking cities in the country. We're one of the top 15 cities in the country. And so there's a lot of things. That's part of how we recruit young men to come to our city and to basically be a part of the community. We love our location. We love that we can go to, there's a high school, West Charlotte High School, one of the most well-known high schools in the state of North Carolina, is less than a mile down the street. We've got elementary schools, but we're all over the city and doing our community service and reading to the young men and young ladies at the elementary schools. We want to first take ourselves out. Quick story, when I played at Johnson C. Smith, we didn't win a lot of games. My first year at Johnson C. Smith, we practiced down in the bowl, and cars ride by. And when I played, and then also in my first year, they used to ride by, honk that horn, y'all sorry. Oh yeah. But it's a little different right now. And so again, that's part of the community. You watch us practice. There's just a line of cars just standing there watching us practice. I got to go check and see if there's any purple shirts up there now. But the community has been good to us, but we feel like we have to be good to the community.
Any other questions? Yes.
Cheryl Brayboy, Director of Communications for Johnson C. Smith University. You both had winning seasons last year, Coach Flowers and IAA champions. How do you both deal with the noise, the outside noise? Right now, a lot of that noise is positive, but there are going to be some naysayers too. How do you keep it out and keep your eye on the ball?
Go ahead, Coach. Yes, sir.
You started it by saying, well, you ended it by saying there's always naysayers. So if I deal more time with them, then I waste more energy. And so, I have a team that I have to get ready. I have a coaching staff that I have to prepare for. So the sun is shining right now and there's people complaining. And so I don't deal with that. As I said before, the Lord woke me up. I have nothing but great news for it. And it's gonna rain, but the sun's gonna come out. And so usually right when I get ready for fall camp, I get off of social media and I tell the coaches I don't wanna know what's going on unless we're looking, we deep dive and see, if they have an injury report or stuff like that, but besides that, that's what it is. It's for the socialites. I'm a head football coach. If I wanted to get into that, I'd be a star on TikTok or Twitter or something like that. And that's not me, And so, no disrespect to either one of us, we got 2 new teams. Last year, Coach won and I won. This is this year. I'm happy that they got us 1 and 2, but guess what? At some point in time, somebody's gonna win, somebody's gonna lose. And then what are they gonna say? Are they gonna say, well, think about it. The 1 team beat the 2 team, the 2 team beat the 1 team, now how far are we gonna drop? I mean, so that's not for, again, I'm speaking for myself, that's not for me to worry about. I let everybody else enjoy social media.
I tell you, I almost forgotten, well, I'm not gonna say that, but 25 is a long time ago for our program. We've definitely turned the page to be the CIAA champion. We're proud of it, to have beaten a team that had been back-to-back CIAA champion in Virginia Union. And you can see the respect that Virginia Union has because I believe they're ranked highly in poll. I think they're number 14 in a poll. In the AFCA coaches poll, they're number 14. And polls at this time of the year as coaches saying that you have new teams, especially with this transfer portal, entire rosters change. And you really don't know what you've got until they get out there and start running around. But what I could say is 25 was nice, but we've told our team that's the 25 team. We're trying to develop our identity for the 26 team. And so we love what happened in 25, but it doesn't carry over to 26. So it's really easy to block out the noise. It's really easy for us. And we don't pay a lot of attention to social media. Most time when things happen, folks are bringing them to us. But it's really just focus, play hard. We have a saying, everything, every day, and that's really all we focus on is that day. And we'll see what happens. But we're looking forward to the 26th season. Could not start off in a better way than this classic, playing a very good football team, very good staff, and I'm excited to come because I'm looking forward to seeing the crowd. I'm looking forward to seeing the crowd on both sides, looking forward to hearing the bands play, because that's when you know it's football season. When you start coming to the stadium and you're hearing those bands and you're seeing those flag girls walking in and doing their little strut and all those things and just hearing the band and getting that head bobbing, it's time. It's time. And so we're looking forward to it. Outstanding. I mean, look at the complex we're in. Look at this. This is just beautiful. The stadium, the press box. I mean, I've got coaches out right now testing the press box. I mean, testing the press box and our headsets and all those types of things. Now, Coach might have them turned off by the time we get back on the 29th, but they're working now. But I'm kidding. But this is a great venue for Classic. And again, this is just the location. And we're just excited about to start 26th season.
Any other questions?
I know the win is the most important thing, but how important are the bragging rights?
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Coach. Go ahead.
I got to get to the game first, so there's no bragging rights. We got to play the game, and you got to understand that for myself and I think Coach, we got another game in less than really 6 days.
Yeah.
So they say by the time you go to sleep, you got to be on to the next game. And so right now, I don't think it's about the bragging game rights. For myself, I got to find out what 2026 team Ron Dickerson Jr. and Benedict College has. And so, again, as Coach said, it's a blessing to go against a well-established team, but that's game one. Guaranteed, I still got 9 more that I got to play. Not looking past, great team, but that's what you have to do. You have to have a very short memory.
You talked about bragging rights. I was greeted with it when I walked through this door, and I had a Benedict alum say, "Hey, no Golden Bulls in here." That's who the bragging rights are for. The bragging rights are for the fans and alumni. But as Coach said, we turn the page very quickly, and we have to get ready. We have I know he has a big ball game. I think he'll be his first road game the following week, and
yes, sir.
we've got another road game the following week. So we won't be able to rest on it probably until the end of the season to see what we might have done. But really, this game it's for the fans. It's for the fans and the alumni, and we're just glad to be a part of it.
So there won't be one selfie before midnight? Hold the trophy?
Hey, those will be taken after the ball game. After the ball game, I guarantee you, we're moved on.
So with this game coming up, it's about the players. So my question is, who are some of the key players to watch out for?
I'll let you start.
Of course you will. Of course you will.
Hey, make sure you're taking notes now. He's still not going to say it.
I tell you, we have some very good returners on both sides of the ball. We've got an All-American offensive lineman, Jamari Mason. He was the CIAA Offensive Lineman of the Year. And then on the defensive side, we have a linebacker, Vincent Hill, who's been on some All-American teams in the preseason. So we've just those guys, we've leaned on them because, we did have some turnover on our roster, but we like our roster, and those are two of the guys that are going to start us off and get us going the right way. We did name a starting quarterback earlier this week, Parker McQuarrie, a young man that transferred to us. We've had transfer quarterbacks. This will be the third straight season we've had a transfer quarterback. So looking for this young man to come in and do a good job. We were very, very fortunate on the offensive side that in 24 and 25 we had the all CIAA quarterback, and we'll see how this one goes. And so on the offensive side of the ball, we'll see how we go. Very, very pleased with our offensive line. It's no secret. I'm not letting any secrets out. We have 4 out of 5 offensive linemen coming back. That's good. It's not a secret either that the tailback that was across street from here at Allen University, that was the player of the year in the SIAC, Fabian Duncan, he's at our place. So he's a pretty good ball player. We'll see how he does now. And we had another tailback that was a 4-star out of high school and went to Carolina, but he's back healthy. Camaro Edmonds, we're looking forward for big things out of him. And on the defensive side, our defensive coordinator, Barry Tripp, he's the one out here testing these headsets. But Coach Tripp has done an outstanding job. In 2023, we had the #1 defense in Division II. In 24, we had the #6 defense in Division II. And last season, we were a top 10 defense in Division II. And so we're just going to see where this team, as Coach has been saying, we don't know who our teams are yet, but we play good defense in the past. We're going to see if this defense is going to fit along those lines.
I'm going to be nervous for 30 seconds. Hold on. Okay, no. And again, it's doing film study, and Coach is right, But a lot of people don't realize what we've done. Coach mentioned he's got his whole offensive line coming back, so do we.
Yes, sir.
And 3 of them are all conference. And the one that we lost, we upgraded and got an All-American from a junior college. We have the SIAC 100-meter champion coming back who also played for us and won 2 big games for us last year. And the thing, and I know Coach knows this, everybody we lost last year went to Division I programs. So that goes back to show my coaches did a great job of going out and getting people. Tight ends are back. No surprise, we've upgraded in the wide receiver room. I went and I'm back working with the wide receivers. So if you know anything about me and what I've done where I've been at the other universities, that's what I went out and got. And I got some young men that, have transferred in from some really good schools. And so offensively, besides the wide receiver room, we had everybody that played in more than about 7 to 8 games. And again, everybody talks about, well, you guys lost a lot of people. We had a lot of people also, defensively. We got all but I think 1 guy on the defensive line that did not play last year. We lost some great ones. We had some All-Americans that left, but since we've been here, as Coach said, we've produced All-Americans at the defensive line position. And I'm saying that not bragging, that's coaching. You guys got to understand that, it doesn't matter what we have. It's how the coaches coach them and how the young men respond. And, you know, we had turnover in the linebacker room, you know, but we did a great job of recruiting in the secondary. We have guys that were here. We did lose the All-American kick returner. He went to a Division I school, but we ended up signing 2 of them that I'm excited to, you know, come back in. And, you know, as Coach said, I'm not going to give you all. I'm going to make you come to the game. But there's a couple other surprises that, you know, when the 29th come, just be in the stands and watch what Coach rolls out and watch what we roll out. And again, at the end of the day, those young men got to play. And so I'm not really, you know, on our side, not really worried. I think we're going to be okay.
Thank you.